Okay, everybody. We shall get started. The theme of the week is balance in an unbalanced world. Just what we need. And the word of the day, my favorite word, equanimity. Isn't that a beautiful word, equanimity? It means being able to face difficulties and challenges with balance and grace. Face difficulties and challenges with balance and grace. Equanimity. So we're going to be working on our balance today, not just our one-legged balance that everybody thinks of, but we're going to have two-legged balances, and we're going to be balancing our mind and our breath. And we're going to start with balancing our mind and breath with our pranayama, which is called Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. I'm pretty sure everybody here has done it, but I will, before that, I want to show you this too. This is also something that you're probably familiar. Yin and Yang. Everybody's seen Yin and Yang, the symbol, the black and white little intertwining circles. Yin and Yang. Yin is the female, the dark. Yang is the male. And this is a Taoist philosophy, how everything in the world lives in harmony. Everything has a female and a male side, and they are codependent, cohesive, and it's ongoing energy that depends on each other, and everything in the universe is in harmony when your yin and your yang is in harmony. And that's why at the end of class, I have you roll over to your right side in a fetal position, because you're closing off your yang, your masculine side, and exposing your feminine side. You'll see when we finish class today how that works. Okay, alternate nostril breathing balances your brain. Interestingly enough, your right brain controls your left body, and your left brain controls your right body. Alternate nostril breathing is where you alternate inhaling and exhaling with each nostril. And it goes like this. You can take your pointer and your middle finger, put it on your forehead. Take your ring finger, rest it by the left nostril. The right thumb goes on the right nostril. And then the pattern is exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And I'll talk you through it. We're going to close off each nostril in turn to exhale and inhale. So start by making sure that you can have a nice open nasal passage, a windpipe, nice open windpipe. And then take a couple of deep breaths through both nostrils to start. And then I'll get you started with the alternate nostrils, and I'll let you go on your own. Inhale through both nostrils. Exhale through both nostrils. Inhale, close your right nostril, inhale through your left. Close left, exhale through the right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. And continue the pattern on your own, exhaling and inhaling, exhaling and inhaling. That's the pattern. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Do a few more at your own pace. If you mess up, it's not going to be the end of the world. And when you finish up your final round, let your final exhale be through your left nostril, and then bring your breathing back to normal. And then let's please take a deep breath together and Om in. Ambalu Satkaru Bhagavan Ki, divine is the inner teacher. Thanks for being here, everybody. So now a little bit of a tidbit is that in Hillary Clinton's book, she talks about using alternate nostril breathing as a way of coping with her loss in the presidential election, because it's a very calming type of a breath and it's a balancing type of breath. And in fact, my friend Phil Duke went to a doctor's office and the nurses were doing it one time. So they use it all the time for stress there as well. We are going to begin in child pose today, please. And in child pose, stretch your spine nice and long. Bring your arms in front of you. Extend your arms way in front. So you're stretching your shoulders, you're stretching your arms and stretching your spine. And bring your forehead down on the mat or on your blanket or a block so that you can rest your head on something and feel the extension of your spine as long as you can make it. Your tailbone really reaching for your heels. Arms reaching forward. Take a couple of really deep breaths here. And as you do so, think about breathing through the back of your lungs. Think about inflating the back of your lungs, and maybe you'll feel your back inflate with your breath. It's like you're sprouting wings on your back. Think about spreading your wings. If you think it, it will happen. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, walk your hands to your left. And then take your right hand and place it on top of your left wrist. And now you're opening up your male side of your body, your masculine side of your body, your yang, your hot, fiery. This is your hot, fiery, aggressive side. The cognitive side. Big breath here, and then slowly walk your hands back to center and pause back into center. And inhale deeply as you walk your hands now to the right, taking your left hand, placing it over your right wrist to help the bend a little bit more. And now you're opening your female side of your body, the dark, cool, calm, intuitive side of your body, your yin. And walk your hands back to center and pause for a couple of breaths here as you allow your yin and your yang to harmonize into one energetic being. And then push into your hands as you slowly come up to table, patting your knees as required, as necessary. And starting with a flat back, inhale. And then as you exhale very slowly through your nose, make the breath last as you push into your cat back, but make the breath last. Pull your belly in, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, feel your vertebra open on your back. Push your back up to the ceiling. Feel how your shoulders separate on your back. And then inhale very, very slowly, making your breath last as you drop your belly down toward the mat and extend your spine long, head forward, tailbone back, and now your shoulders are pushed away from your ears. Your shoulder points are down together on your back. And one more, very, very slow, long, making it last. Exhale, arching your back into your cat. And then one more, very slow inhale as you come into your cow, extended cow. And then one slow exhale as you bring your bottom back towards your heels. And then inhale as you push into your hands and come up all the way onto your knees. Urdhva Hastasana, palms facing each other. Good. Reach up as you inhale. As you exhale, the right hand will come on the hip, the left arm comes beside the ear, lean over to the right, push your left shoulder back a little bit as so you have a slight little back bend. Look up, really feel the ribs open. And then pull back up all the way, both hands, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, push your fingertips up. Exhale, arms in a T. Inhale, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, exhale, take your left hand down on the right corner leg table, and then your right arm is just going to keep reaching behind you in this twist. Big, big twist here. Couple deep breaths. Now keep your body twisted, keep your left hand where it is, bring your right hand down next to your left hand, and then sit back towards your heels, just like we did a moment ago into a laterally bending child pose. Inhale, exhale as you walk back to center your hands. Inhale, come up to table. Exhale, slowly push into your cat. Tuck the tail, arch the back. Feel your spine. Inhale very slowly through your nose to the cow, dropping the belly down, extending the spine long. Exhale very slowly through your nose as you bring your bottom all the way back toward your heels. And then inhale, push into your hands, come up onto your knees, reach up. Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Inhale, push up with your fingertips. Exhale, hand on your hip, the right arm beside your ear, and crescent over. Push the right shoulder back a little bit, maybe look up. And then come all the way back up, both arms, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Inhale. Exhale, twist left. Inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down to your left table corner, left arm stretches way behind you. Several deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale, keep your body twisted, but bring your left hand down beside your right hand and then sit back towards your heels. So now we're again in a laterally bending child's pose. One more breath here. And as you exhale, walk your hands back to center, pause back into center, and let your yin and your yang reunite into one ball of energy. And then come back up to table. Take a deep breath. Exhale, we're going to pick up our right knee, bring it into our chest, tuck the chin, bring the nose to the knee, and then kick the right leg back. Have it hover parallel to the mat, and then the left arm comes forward in our balancing table. So we're doing a lot of different balances today. This is one of them. Breathe. This is really good for core strength. So make sure your core muscles are engaged. Breathe. And then the hand comes down, the foot comes down, but keep the leg extended behind you. Oh, and I wanted to mention one thing about the wrist. If you do have wrist or thumb problems, if you bring your hands a little bit forward, don't keep them right under your shoulders. If you walk them a little bit forward, it takes some of the pressure off the wrist if it bothers you with it right underneath your shoulders. Okay, so you have your right leg extended back. You're going to walk your right foot over to the left and look over your left shoulder at your tail. And then walk the foot back behind you. Keep it extended. So we're going to pivot on our left knee, kick the left foot out to the side, and then put your weight on your left hand and move your right foot so that it's in line with your knee, and then your right arm comes up. So this is a modified side plank, Ardha Chandrasana. And if it works for your shoulder, bring your right arm next to your ear and stretch your fingertips forward. One more breath here. And then exhale, bring your hand down and bring your foot back in. Return to table position, inhale, flat back. Exhale, left knee comes into your chest, nose comes to the knee. Kick your left leg back behind you, make it parallel with the mat as you raise your right arm in the balancing table. Focus on Adrishti, which is a focal point. Engage your abdominal muscles, keep your hips level, and don't forget to breathe very deeply. One more breath here. Exhale, bring the hand down, bring the foot down, keep it extended behind you. Walk the foot over to the right and look over your right shoulder, cat looking at its tail. Walk the foot back behind you, keep it extended. Now we're going to kick our right foot out to the side, pivot on our right knee, and then move our left foot in line with the knee, left arm up into the modified side plank here. And then again, if your shoulder likes it, bring the arm beside the ear and stretch your fingertips forward. One more breath here. And then bring your hand down, bring your knee in. And tuck your toes under and push your hips up into downward facing dog. Now, a couple of reminding pointers here. Make sure your fingers are spread wide and there's equal weight in all 10 fingers. There's a slight bend in the knuckles so that you really are pushing down in your finger pads. So roll your forearms toward each other, squeeze them toward each other so that your shoulders roll out. Good. And then bend the knees so that the hips go way up in the air. Nice big stretch to the spine. Good, 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 good. Couple more breaths here. And then bend the knees a lot as you walk up to your hands. And then very slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And then let's pause in Tadasana, mountain pose. This is a balance in itself, a two-legged balance, but you really want to balance. You want to make sure that your weight is equal in both sides of your body. Your weight is equally distributed between both feet and all four corners of each foot. Your feet are parallel to each other. Thighs are rolled in slightly so your muscles are engaged in your legs. Chest is open and forward, shoulders down from the ears, belly in, and your head is right on top of your shoulders, as if you were lying on the floor. This is how straight your spine is. And then breathe. Think about keeping the chin parallel to the ground. This is a very active pose, active rest. Totally balancing your body here. Okay, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms come together. Inhale, push up. Exhale, crescent right. Now bring your left shoulder back a little bit, maybe look up. A slight little back bend here. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, push up with your fingertips. Exhale, crescent left. Bring the right shoulder back slightly and look up. One more breath here. And then come back to center. Arms in the T. Anjali Mudra. And pause. Okay. Now please take your left foot, cross it over your right leg so that your pinky toes are touching, cross-legged. So this in itself is a bit of a balance challenge right here. Come forward from your hip crease with a flat back and just bend forward as far as you can. You don't have to touch the mat, but if you want to, you can, or a block, but just hang here if nothing else. You want to lengthen your spine here with your legs crossed because this is a bit of a balance challenge. My knees are nestled into each other. And then very, very slowly rise up, which is harder than going down. Good. Okay, keeping your legs crossed. Bring your arms up. Flip your left palm facing up to the ceiling. Take your right hand and grab your left wrist. And now we're going to crescent to the right. It's a whole different feeling when your legs are crossed. More intense stretch, and it takes more balance and core stability. So focus on something that makes you stable. And then release, arms back up in a T, Anjali Mudra, and then uncross. And return a moment to Tadasana, reset the body and reset the spine. Right leg comes over the left, pinky toe to pinky toe. You can have a slight bend in your knees here. And then from the hip crease, just a flat back coming forward. All the way down if you want, or just halfway down. You can put your hands on the mat or blocks. This gets deep into your IT band, which is on the outside of your leg, all the way from the hip down. And now very slowly rise up. And then reach up. Keep your legs crossed. Flip your right palm up. Left hand grabs the right wrist. And now we're going to crescent over to the left. This is what I mean by two-legged balance. One of many that we'll be doing today. And then slowly reach back up, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra, and then uncross, return to Tadasana, reset. Breathe a couple of deep breaths here. Okay, now take your right foot out to the side, put on your toes. Okay, and then bring your arms up, palms together, reach up, inhale, exhale, we're going to lean over to the right. Now, keep a lot of weight in your left foot. Find a focal point, and maybe you can pick up your right foot just a little bit off the floor. And the right foot comes down, bring your arms in a T, and then we're going to push out with our left hand as we lift our right leg. And you can, if you want to put your hand, I know it's not easy, but you can put your hand on your hip for balance if you like. But pretend you're touching a wall here. Good. And then back, return to Tadasana. Okay. The left foot goes out slightly. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, push up. Exhale, crescent to the left. Now find your focal point. Concentrate on it as you put weight into your right foot, and maybe your left toes come off the mat just a little bit. Doesn't have to be much. And then we're going to go push the wall away with our right hand, left leg out. Find a focal point to do this. You put your hand anywhere you want for balance, including John. All right, release, come back down, shake everything out. Return to Tadasana. Active rest. Okay, coming toward the front of your mats, please grab blocks and have room to walk backwards on your mat and stand with the blocks on either side of your feet. And they can be at any level. You'll adjust the level as needed here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Make sure that your feet are balanced here, that your legs are parallel to each other. Tailbone goes down so you're not sticking your bottom out. Chest is open. Breathe. This is working our psoas that we studied the last couple of weeks, as well as a lot of other muscles. One more breath here. Exhale, bring your hands to your thighs, straighten your legs, flatten your spine. So your body is now in an L shape with your head going forward, tail going back. Legs are straight but not locked. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the hands down to your blocks. One block is on either side of your feet. Inhale here. Exhale, step your right foot back to a high lunge. Now, the reason I like to use a block with a high lunge is because it enables you to get your spine a little bit longer by elevating your hands. The blocks are just an extension of your arms. So check your alignment now. Make sure the knee's directly over the ankle, the front knee, and not forward of the ankle. And put weight into your right heel and think about lifting your right thigh so that you're engaging those muscles. Put weight into your right hand, twist open to the left. Couple of breaths here. One more breath. And then the hand comes down and bring your right knee down to the mat, patting it as needed. Okay, from here, lighten your fingertips and then come onto your Anjaneyasana here. So again, the right knee has to be stable. Don't let it sway in or out. Make sure the knee is directly over the ankle. Chest is open, arms beside your ears, but your collarbone is down. So your arms are coming out of the arm sockets and not crunching your neck. So you're flexing. This is the opposite, yin and yang. You're flexing one quadricep while you're extending the opposite. Breathe. Okay, take your left hand onto the left hip. Lean over, bringing the right arm beside the ear. Make sure that front knee is very, very stable here. You're really engaging your muscles, and this is also a lot of core strength needed to do this. This is a balance in itself. And then come all the way back up onto Anjaneyasana. Good. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down to your blocks. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee off the mat, back to your high lunge. And now slowly straighten your front leg so that you come into a very wide pyramid pose. You can raise your blocks up here if you like, because this is a very intense stretch. You want to make sure your hips are level. Now, in pre-COVID, I would have walked around the room and told you how unlevel your hips are, because I guarantee they all are. So now that we're stuck on our mats, just think about pushing your left hip back and your right hip up. And then just allow your chest to melt down. And relax in this stretch for a couple of breaths. Very good. Keep your head in line with the spine. Okay, put weight into your right hand, and then keeping your legs straight, twist open to the left. This is the balance challenge. This is the two-legged balance. This is a variation of revolved triangle, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Big leg strengthener as well. One more breath here. And then exhale, bring the hand down, rebend the front knee, and then shift your weight so you can step up with your right foot. And then very slowly rise up. Inhale up. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. Inhale up. Exhale, come through chair. Utkatasana. Pause here for a couple of breaths, thinking about the balance in your 2 feet, all 4 corners of each foot. One more breath here. And then exhale, bring your hands to your thighs, straighten your legs, flatten your spine, tailbone back, head forward, L shape in your body. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, bring your hands down to your blocks, one on either side of your feet. Inhale here. Exhale, step your left foot back to a high lunge. Your blocks can be of any height here. Check your alignment. Make sure that your front knee is directly over the ankle and not forward of it. And don't allow your knee to sway in when we start doing stuff with our body here. Make sure that knee stays firm above the ankle. Lift your left quadriceps a little bit to tighten up your leg. Put weight into your left heel, and then put weight into your left hand and open to the right in a twist. And breathe. One more breath. And then the hand comes down and your right knee comes down, patting it accordingly. Get light in your fingertips. Scooch the right knee back as far as your quadricep will allow, and then come into the Anjaneyasana on this side. Opening the chest, leaning back. Think about left hip forward, right hip back. Good. Take your right hand onto your hip, left arm beside the ear as we lean over to the right. Find a focal point because this is a balance challenge. Balance in an unbalanced world. Back up to center. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Lift your left knee off the mat. Back into the high lunge. And now we're going to very slowly straighten our right leg into our pyramid pose. Don't allow your knee to lock. You want the leg straight but not locked. You can raise your blocks up here. If the stretch is too intense, you want it to feel good, but you want to feel the stretch but not make it hurt. Allow your chest to melt down toward your leg. And think about leveling your hips by bringing your left hip forward and pushing your right hip back. The body tends to try to avoid a stretch if it can. And the way you avoid a stretch this way is to let your left hip cock up. Okay, put weight into the left hand and open, twist to the right. Keeping both legs straight but not locked. And breathe. One more breath. Exhale, the hand comes down. Rebend the front knee and shift your weight. Step up with your left foot. And then very slowly rise up. Inhale. Exhale, bring your arms in a T, and this time place your fingers on your lower back with your fingers pointing down so you're supporting your lumbar as you lean backward into your hands and open the chest up. Nice back bend here. Push your thighs forward. And then come upright. Return to Tadasana. Brief moment, reset the spine. Okay. We're going to do a little balance flow. And I'm going to step off of my mat because I balance better not on my mat. But feel free to whatever helps you, including getting next to the wall. Betty, you can feel free to do that. It's better to do it and balance than not. And then reestablish Tadasana wherever you are. And then bring your arms up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Okay, so find your focal point, and we're going to lift our right knee and drop our right arm. Pause for a couple breaths. Okay, bring both arms back up and then kick your right leg back, way, way back as far as you can to come into your warrior one. Okay, so warrior one, your chest is open forward, your back heel is down. Back heel is down, John, back heel is down. You're stepping your foot down. Yeah, you're making it too hard for you. That was a hard way to do it. Warrior one. Okay, so from here, we're going to take our left hand onto our hip and then lean over. And then back to warrior one. Okay, bring your hands to your chest. Namaste hands. And then we're going to shift our weight as we drag our back foot forward and come into tree pose. Now avoid pressure on your knee. Find your focal point. And when you're ready, grow your branches. Okay, bring the foot down, but leave the arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Shift your weight onto the right foot, and you're going to lift your left knee and drop your left arm. Both arms come back. Step your left foot way back behind you into your warrior one pose. Ground both feet. Make sure there's weight in the outside edge of the back foot. Chest is open. Bring your left hip forward, right hip back, tailbone down. Front knee is bent. Good. Okay. Very slowly bring your hands to your chest. Namaste. And then drag the back foot forward and then come into the tree on this side. And when you're ready, grow your branches. Okay, bring the foot down. Keep the arms up for one more breath. Inhale, reach up with your fingertips. Exhale, arms in a T, Anjali Mudra. And then return to Tadasana for a couple of breaths. To your mountain pose, balancing your body on 2 feet. Equal weight. This is a very cool trick you can do at home if you happen to have 2 scales that are identically calibrated. I did this with the horse scales. For a horse vet did this, and I used the scales to do this. Put 1 foot on each scale, close your eyes, and then you'll be surprised to see how unbalanced or balanced you are. Okay. Inhale up. Exhale, bend the knees forward, fold all the way down. Step back into downward facing dog. Pause for a couple of breaths here, pushing into your fingertips, bending the knees, spine nice and long, squeezing the forearms toward each other. Feel your shoulder blades come together down your back. Heads melting between the arms, chest melting toward the thighs. Nice big stretch. And then bring your knees down to the mat and sit back toward your heels and come into a child pose. And this time, let's do a folded child pose with your arms beside your body. So you're gonna bring your arms next to your body with your palms facing up. So your backs of your hands are resting by your feet. And this way we can make gentle open and close with our fists to release our wrists. And then go ahead and roll your wrists one way a few times, and then the next other way. Okay, very slowly. Come on back up to table. And shift your chest forward so that your chest comes between your arms, and we're modifying an upward facing dog here. So our knees are on the mat, our chest is open between our arms, our neck is long. Feel the crown of your head going up. This is a nice Back bend, bring the shoulders down from the ears, and then push back to table briefly. And then we'll do that one more time. Shift the weight forward, arms are straight, your chest is between your arms, lifting the crown of your head upward. Neck is long, shoulders are down. One more breath here. And then sit all the way back once more into your child pose for a breath or two. Okay, please come now, push yourself up and come seated on your mat. You want to do a nice gentle twist here, relaxing twist. So you're going to bring your legs to your right side of your body. Let's start with that. So your left shin is parallel to the front edge of your mat. And you're putting your weight all on your left hip and your left leg. And your right knee is near your left heel. So you got 90-degree angles here. And then you're going to walk your hands to the left. And then when you get there, as far as you can for your twist, come on down onto your forearms. And either stay here, or if you feel good enough about the twist to come all the way down, you can rest your head on your hands. This is called a sleeping deer. Slowly push up and unravel your legs to go the opposite direction. So your right shin is parallel with the front of your mat. Your left knee is near your right foot, and your hands walk to the right, twisting your body as you come on down to your forearms. And if you'd like to place your head on your hands or forearms. For a sleeping deer, do whatever your body likes here. Please slowly push up. And then please come onto your backs with your head facing toward me. Bend your knees and grab a block. And then lift your hips and place this block underneath your sacrum. And either stay here with your feet on the mat, and this is a supported bridge pose, which is very yummy in itself. But if you want to get yummy with your legs up in the air, go ahead and do that, like floating in water. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. One more breath, slow, big, and deep. And then very slowly, if your legs are up, bring your feet back down to the mat, lift your hips and remove your block. Stay on your backs with your knees bent. And then take your right ankle and place it on top of your left thigh. Take your right hand and push your right thigh away from you to gently open that hip. And then thread your right hand, what did I just say? Right hand through your legs and your left hand around the outside of your thigh and bring your thigh into your chest. Good. So keep pulling your thigh in as you push your right thigh away. Now straighten your left leg for a moment and flex your right foot. And then keep pulling your left leg in towards you as you push it into your hand. So you're doing opposite forces here. You're pulling and pushing at the same time. Okay, rebend the left knee, bring the foot down, release your thigh. Keep your leg crossed, though, keep your right foot crossed. And then what we're going to do is roll over onto our left hip. Roll over, and so your right foot is now going to come in front of your body. Good. And then extend your left leg long. Good. And prop up onto your forearm, your left forearm. So you're all the way onto your left hip. Yep, perfect. Okay, so from here, we're going to push into our forearm and lift, push into our foot and lift our hip into a modified side plank. And then your right arm's up in the air at 12 o'clock. And then bring your hip back down to the mat, arm down, and then roll back onto your backs, bend your knees, and take your right ankle onto the left thigh. Left ankle onto the right thigh. And take your left hand on your left thigh and gently push it away to open the hip joint. And then thread your left hand between your legs. The right hand comes on the outside. Clasp your fingers around your right thigh as you pull it in toward your chest. Keep pulling it in as you push your left thigh away. And then straighten your right leg. Keep your left foot flexed. And then do opposing forces with your right leg. So push into your hands as you pull in toward your body. One more breath. Rebend the knee. Bring your foot down to the mat. Release your thigh. And now we're going to roll over onto our right hip all the way around. Prop up into your right forearm. Straighten your right leg long on the mat. So your left foot is in front of your body. And then we're going to push into our left foot and our forearm as we lift our hips off the mat. And then the left arm comes to 12 o'clock. Yes, good, perfect. And then slowly lower down. Come back onto your backs. And extend your legs long, and please prepare for your favorite Shavasana. Just in time for the air to start blowing. So focus on your breath. Slow down your breathing. Focus on the right side of your body, your masculine side, and allow it to soften. Allow your right arm to relax, your right leg, your right hip. Then focus on the left side of your body, your feminine side, and relax your left arm, your left hip, your left leg. And now focus on relaxing your entire body as your yin and your yang come together into one universal element of harmony and cohesion. And please enjoy a few moments of inner bliss. Please bring your awareness back to your breath and deepen your breathing as you make small movements to gently wake up your body. And then please slowly bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And in doing so, we are sealing off the hot masculine side of our body, the bright fire energy. And we're exposing the feminine side of our body, the cool, calm, dark, intuitive side. And that calmness will carry you for the rest of your day. Please very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. And then if you'd like, please join me with the closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead honors God. Knuckles to my chin honors you. Knuckles to my heart honors myself. Namaste. And Jai Yogis. Jai, 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 Jai. Thank you, everybody. My pleasure. Glad we're able to do this in the midst of all this craziness. I'm glad we're able to get some relief. Bye, everybody.
Good class. Thank you.